You ever have one of those days where you misplace something? You know, you weren't really thinking and you just put something in the wrong spot. Well, I mean, as a business person, an employee of a business, if you're issued a computer, you might fuck up. So, let's see something. How's it running? So as you can see, I got the mouse here. Oh, it's doing just fine. Look at that. Files all work. This laptop so far is working, which is pretty damn surprising. Oh yeah. Oh, that sounded bad. That sounded real bad. Oh, that fucked it up. I think that did it. Alright, let's back up and see what the results are. Okay, so let's examine our laptop, see what happened. Other than it getting fucked up, which we already knew. As you can see, there's a definite curve now. Oh, the hard drive didn't pop out. The back of it's a little fucked up. I will admit, the back is kind of fucked up. And if the LCD wasn't already cracked, it would have been cracked. But are you ready for this? Dude, those hinges have no play. No play at all. They're in perfect condition. I'm going to turn it on and see what happens. You see it on the monitor. This bitch is still working. That fucked the hard drive. I hit it right on the hard drive too. Let's see if we can kill it some more. Now what I'm trying not to do is hit the battery, which is right here. It's clicking bad. Let's see if we can access any files. My mouse is not working. So I assume we can't access anything because that bitch is clicking like nobody's business. Let's see if we can get another hit on it. That got it. That's how you kill it. So our first test was the dust test, and the computer passed with flying colors. The dust really didn't do anything to the laptop other than make it very messy. The air and the dust was able to escape through either the main hole or through other vent holes, so dust really did not impact this computer. So our second test was, of course, dropping the computer from 5 feet onto a flat surface with the computer powered off. Now this test wasn't very surprising because the frame, the plastic, the metal is all very structurally sound, and a simple drop like this isn't going to affect it much. Of course, the most fragile part in any of these computers is going to be the hard drive, and when the hard drive is powered off, it's able to take much more force, so the 5-foot drop was not a big deal for the ThinkPad. Now, of course, our third test was much more surprising to me as I dropped the laptop from 5 feet with the computer powered on. Now, the first drop was simply flat, and the hard drive survived just fine, as did the rest of the computer. Should also mention that the keyboard did pop out during the second test, but it's not really that big of a deal. And during test 3, I also dropped the computer from 5 feet onto the hard drive itself, on its side. This actually knocked the hard drive out of its caddy, however, it did not damage the hard drive. I was very impressed by this result. On video, test 4 is of course the most impressive of all the tests, however, it's really not that impressive. Allow me to explain. The car I'm driving weighs around 3,600 pounds, and of course, we are driving over it on one tire, and although this is the heavy end of the car, the tire has such a wide surface area that the force is more evenly applied to the laptop. So I don't have any way to measure how much force is being applied to the laptop, but it's not quite as impressive as it looks. But it looked great on video, I must admit. Really, the most surprising part of this test to me was the integrity of the hinges. The hinges survived very well, and they were just as tight as they were at the beginning of the test, which is incredible. Of course, the frame of the computer was damaged by driving over it with a car, but that's to be expected. The computer still functioned just fine, although we lost a few keys off the keyboard. The final test, I assume, is going to be the most controversial of all because it appears I senselessly destroy a perfectly functioning computer. And this is because we need to find what the limit of this computer is. What is its breaking point? We can drop it from a certain distance, we can run over it with a car. However, none of those things seem to kill the laptop. So the 9-iron was brought in to kill it, and it did a very good job of that. The computer is able to take quite a bit of pressure from the car tire because it's evenly spread. However, the 9-iron has, of course, a very small surface area and a lot more force, so impacts just kill the laptop. The first strike hit the hard drive and broke it, essentially. Started getting some very loud clicks, and the hard drive did not function anymore after the test. The second strike hit sort of in the center of the computer, but didn't really break anything important. However, the third strike, I believe, broke something on the motherboard and caused it to not function anymore. Tried plugging in the AC adapter, there were no lights or anything. Even on battery, doesn't work. So after all of that, did we really even learn anything? I'm not so sure we did. Of course, most people expect the ThinkPad to survive pretty much any kind of damage that a person could deal it, under normal conditions, of course. So you could knock this off of a table, running, off a desk, and the computer should still function. As we saw in the test, we were able to drop it from 5 feet with the computer on, and it worked. You could theoretically run this over with a car, and while it may crush the frame a bit and remove some keys for you, the computer still worked just fine. So not too surprising there. And most people aren't going to be hitting a computer with a 9-iron anytime soon, so not too surprising that it didn't survive that. Now, of course, in RogueAmp channel fashion, this computer is going to be for sale on eBay, so if you are watching this video right now, within the first 10 days of it being uploaded, there is an auction currently going on right now. Start the bidding at 99 cents, just like the old CIH computer, and I'll essentially ship this to anywhere where the USPS will go. Of course, you have to pay shipping, so I don't want to hear any complaints about international shipping. That's just how much it cost me. So if you're interested in buying a piece of channel history, which I doubt you are, but I'll put it up there anyway, check the link. So hope you learned something, maybe, possibly, I don't know. So, but anyway, thanks for watching.